A rich woman with millions of dollars goes out in a limousine, but when she comes home, she only eats frozen fast food, and to save $5, she never turns on a light. But she's been frugal for 10 years, and all she got in return was a divorce from her husband. Even her daughter wants to move out. The woman began to doubt her life, so she decided to try traveling to relax, but she never imagined that decision would lead her to the bottom of the abyss. When she arrived at the resort hotel, that a gentleman had been watching her. At 40, she knew instantly that the man liked her, so she asked the waitress about him. He was the owner of the hotel. He owns several bars in this country. The woman's eyes light up. To get to know him, she passes him on purpose, and the man's things fell off. Now they finally got to talk. It was his first time in a hotel. Nick was kind enough to say, "If you need anything, let him know." He even handed him his business card. Looking at his extensive resume and the elegant gentleman's back, women cannot help but be a little moved. At breakfast, she pretended to run into him again, a man who reads the same books as she does. Even Nick was shocked at how close they were, so he invited her to the yacht. He even taught her how to sail the yacht. The distance between them grew instantly. The woman had never felt so happy. She found out that Nick was divorced. He had a son under 10 years old, but his ex-wife takes care of him. Recently, he even bought a mansion. He was a much better man than his ex-husband. Since then, for the next week, they couldn't stop seeing each other every day, and Nick confessed his love to her. The woman couldn't believe it. She double-checked that he wasn't lying. She heard that Nick was truly in love with her. He liked the fact that he was in tune with the woman's life. She didn't even think twice about saying yes. The next day, Nick brought her to the mansion he just bought. It was a gift for her. He asked her to stay and be his only one, and to give her one of his hotels to manage. This moved the woman beyond words. She just said yes when she excitedly shared this with her daughter, but her daughter objected. The daughter thought she was too impulsive. What if she's cheated in a strange place, and our salon needs to be open? But the woman said she'd take care of it all. The girl couldn't persuade her mother. The daughter got so angry, she hung up the phone. The woman didn't care about going out with Nick. Suddenly, he's sad. Because of his divorce agreement with his ex-wife, he was going to sell one of his hotels, but the buyer he'd negotiated with was hesitant because of his new mansion. Next week he'll make the final payment of €225,000, otherwise the agent will have to give it to another buyer. But he can't afford that kind of cash at the moment. The woman was immediately distressed. She offered to pay it for him herself, but Nick wouldn't let her. He told her to wait until after his meeting, and to meet him at the restaurant in the evening. But as soon as he left, the woman offered to wire the money to the estate. He wanted to surprise him at dinner, but he waited for a long time without seeing Nick. He didn't come back until the middle of the night. Turns out he was just drunk from a party. He found out that she had paid the balance for him. Nick was so touched. He promised to love her forever. The next day, they finally got the keys from the agent. She was thrilled to see her new love nest. That night, she spent a romantic evening with Nick, but in the morning, she woke up with a smile on her face. A man and a woman burst into the house. They wanted her out. The woman was confused. "This is the house I just bought," but they insisted it was theirs. "Your B&B service has expired." The woman is even more confused. What's going on here? After an argument, she was finally kicked out. She went back to the hotel and asked the waitress where Nick was, but she'd never heard of him.